Welcome to the Patriots Lab, where we ain't even trying to make them liberals mad. Cause freedom of speech is what us individuals have. It's the gift when we gab, talking about things that the brainwash cannot mentally grasp, like staying loud and waving our American flags. This is for the free thinkers, wearing their MAGA and wearing the cags. Draining the swamp is the ultimate goal, but the sheeple will swear it's a fad, like it's just a phrase. But when we show them the facts, the fools got nothing to say. And deep government state wanna get up in our face, but hasn't done it yet cause Trump's in the way, trying to protect us from a troublesome fate. And because of that, we'll never lose our faith, plus God keeping us cool and safe. But I still hope we get 4 more years so we could throw a huge parade. I can see it now, Patriots on a float, and POTUS will go down in history as one of the GOATs. For making the swamp pay for taking every one of his votes. His enemies are the cancer whether or not Trump give him the smoke. Now relax it back and take notes, as we kick facts with the homie Ray though. Speak your mind in the Patriots Lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots Lab, where we ain't even trying to, we make them liberals mad. I said speak your mind in the Patriots Lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots Lab, where we not even trying to, we make them liberals mad. I said, speak your mind in the Patriots Lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots Lab, where we not even trying to, we make them liberals mad. Speak your mind, it's freedom time. Without even trying to, we make them liberals mad.
Good afternoon, people, patriots, whoever you consider yourself to be. Welcome to a Friday edition. You're in the Patriots Lab. And I got Randy, the genealogist Rhodes, in the house with me today. What's going on, Randy? How's everything going today, brother?
It is going very well. My butt is staying inside the house today because it is going to hit 102 degrees today. So thank God for the guy who created air conditioning. I certainly hope he made it to heaven, because if he went to hell, he is a very wealthy man because he sold a lot of air conditioning. Let me tell you.
I'm sitting here trying to get these daggone apparatuses to work right.
Yep, right. You haven't gotten your tech due yet? You must not be offering a lot of money.
Hey man, I have all the job. I have all the job. I'm the tech man, I'm the audio man, I'm the visual man. What's up? Good morning, Vinny Pona. How you doing this morning? But it's Friday and I'm feeling good. And
good day to be alive in America. For right now, anyways.
I mean, we could get up in the morning depressed, crying about what's going on, and not understanding nothing, as we tend to do. But it's Friday, and we rather be in a good spirit today.
Yeah,
but
all the places I could be, I wanted to be here with you today.
I appreciate it. But the first thing we'll get into today is senior citizen abuse.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I want to talk about. I want to start today's program off with senior citizen abuse. And when you sign up for the Senate or for Congress or anything like that, there should really be a certain point at which you should just be able to bow out gracefully and retire. Let's go ahead and watch one of our elderly members of Senate. It was a very, very, just watch.
This week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
These are the people running our country right here. Are y'all watching America?
Anything else you want to say, or should we just go back to it?
These are the people signing policies for our country.
Let's go back to it.
Go ahead, John.
It speaks for itself. It speaks for itself.
So,
And then if that's not enough,
Hey,
because
before you-
I just don't want to single him out like this is something that's going on and nobody else is experiencing any of these difficulties.
Wait. Before you go to the next one, there is
Yeah.
something that needs to be discussed before you go to the next one. Something that I'm seeing on social media. You see that lady that was in green? So as he was talking, okay, the social media is saying that the thought process is that he was getting ready to say something that they think that he shouldn't have been talking about, because Lady in Green walked over and tapped his hand, and that's when he froze. She walks over, taps his hand, walks back, and that's when he froze. So the thought is that perhaps he was getting ready to say something, and the tap on the hand was the cue to say, "Shut up, act dumb, and don't talk anymore." Did you see that?
No, and I wish I would have kept that
Why
up
don't you-
there.
Can you play it back?
Oh, no, I took it down, but I'll bring it back up.
Okay. Now,
I'll
food for thought.
key it back up.
Okay.
Because I want to see exactly what you were talking about. So, but let me go ahead and play this one while this next one is playing. I'm going to go ahead and cue up the other one of Mitch McConnell. But right now, we're just going to show you another one because I don't want to act like I'm singling out Mitch all by himself. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Remember, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell so you can get them instant notifications. I got Twitch back in the house. I haven't had Twitch on for a minute. I let go one of the other platforms that wasn't working too well. So Twitch, welcome y'all back. But here's another case of elderly abuse that's being just taken too far in our government establishment.
Presence of a quorum, we will now vote to report the Defense Appropriations Bill favorably, subject to amendment. The clerk will call the roll.
Senator Feinstein.
Say aye. Pardon me? Aye.
Yeah.
Just say
I would like to support a yes vote on this. It provides $823 billion. That's an increase of $26 billion for the Department of Defense, and it funds priorities submitted.
She's going off the rails.
Yeah, just say aye.
Okay, just aye.
Thank you.
Senator Durbin, Senator Reed.
So, I mean, when it gets to the point, and I'm queuing that other one up, when it gets to the point where you have to assist, I mean, hell, if that guy's going to tell her what to say, what's the point of her being there? Because it's like he made the call. He already knew what to say. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to cue that other one up because I want to, and this was the one of Mitch McConnell that Randy was just talking about.
Watch Lady in Green.
And y'all get this. I want to cue it up. It's in there.
This week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
Let's go ahead and play
this
that
week
back.
has been
I see
good
her walking
bipartisan
up.
Cooperation and a string of
See that tap?
this week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
I'm dissecting it, so we'll look at it one more time.
This week
Because I think
has been
she looked back and she said
bipartisan
he said something to her,
and a string of
and then she say something back to them. They're both all of them saying something to him. Yeah, it looks like it could be a little coinky dinky. It looked like
See,
it looked like it could be a little coinky dinky. I don't know. I don't
then
know, but I seen her go over there.
then a couple minutes later, he's walking back. He's all fine. You know,
Yeah, I thought she was trying to hand him a book or something, but I definitely seen some chitter chatter,
Yeah,
and
so-
I
so-
seen a little tap on the hand.
So if he was having a stroke, okay, he'd be in a hospital because he'd be needing medical help. So a few minutes later, they show him walking the hallway, and he's all hunky-dory fine. So he was getting ready to say something, just like Feinstein was, and they didn't want him to talk. Just like Biden, they don't want him to talk. It's getting to a point where these folks are hitting an age, they're hitting a mental capacity, and they're saying, no, you're shut up. Just do what we tell you to do. Go eat your porridge, okay? Go to storybook time, get your diaper changed, and then it's nappy time. Just do what we tell you to do, okay? Collect your paycheck, and we'll take care of everything else.
Well, this is my thing, Randy. You can't. I don't know why I would expect anything different, but once you see them come out and have a moment like that, they're not supposed to be back on the job. They have if only in that instant, and this is my opinion, and if only in that instant they shown some type of incapacity of doing the job, or even maintaining their own self-awareness, we're supposed to be hearing medical evaluations within the next 24, 48 hours. They are supposed to be institutionalized in some type of medical facility. But it's like they wrote, these people have these episodes, and they take them back to the green room and give them a couple of bare aspirin and tell them to sleep it off. I don't understand.
Remember, I think it was last year when Feinstein was absent from her duties for quite a long time, and she was hospitalized, and everyone thought she had died, and when the Republicans kept saying, we want a wellness check on her, we will make sure she's still living, and they finally brought her out. They actually dragged her ass back to do a vote. I think it was like on Trump's on his vote against Trump for his oh shoot my mind. Anyways, they're supposed to bring him back, and they dragged her out. She's in a wheelchair. She looks death warmed over. These people don't want you to live life the best you really, and then retire with dignity. They want you to freaking die on the job, The problem is they don't want a spot to open up to an opportunity for a Republican to take that spot. I just saw on the news feed that the one video where it showed the video of the possibility of the votes, the ballots being ran through the process machine 2-3 times, and the cases of the ballots being brought out from underneath the tables during the time when the supposedly the water pipes broke and all the people were evacuated. Now they're trying to say that that was faked video, and they're trying to get additional crimes against Trump and his people charged. They're trying to pull out all the stops to keep him from running. Did you see yesterday that they're trying to get 3 more crimes against Trump?
Yeah. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna actually. I already got something queued up, and we're gonna talk about this. But we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna pick it back off of what you just brought up. But let's go ahead and go into this video clip real quick. And the plot thickens. Now, we already know from experience, once we hear, then we find out. So let's see what the latest we've heard.
Just discovered that the Biden family, possibly Joe Biden himself, has offshore bank accounts. Here's James Comer.
With Joe, I suspect there are offshore accounts. The IRS whistleblowers confirmed when I asked if they had documents pertaining to foreign accounts, and they said they did.
Wow.
But they couldn't turn them over to us. They have to go through that process and turn it over to the Ways and Means Committee, and I requested they do that, and they said they would.
Let that sink in. IRS whistleblowers have indicated that they have documents suggesting that the Biden family, possibly Joe Biden himself, are hiding money offshore. These IRS whistleblowers have been asked to produce the documents relating to Biden's offshore bank accounts, relating to the House and Means Committee. Now, these documents can't go to Comer. They have to go to House Ways and Means because they're the only committee permitted to see it. Sources tell Primetime they have not seen the documents yet, but when they do, it goes through a vote, and then the documents will be released. So put this into perspective. Mitt Romney was eviscerated for having offshore bank accounts in the 2012 election. He disclosed them. He took a hit, period. But Mitt Romney ran Bain Capital, an international leverage buyout shop with a worldwide clientele in finance. Joe Biden bragged for decades that he was the poorest man in the Senate. Joe Biden's never had a job in the private sector. Number one, why would Joe Biden receive money through shell companies from his son? And why would Joe Biden have an offshore bank account? We're talking about pay your fair share. Amtrak Joe, the kid from Scranton, has foreign bank accounts. That doesn't seem like the kind of thing that good old Uncle Joe Biden would have going on. And why would any Biden family members have offshore bank accounts? And how did the prosecutor in Delaware not touch that? Well, because he didn't touch the laptop or the $10 million bribe document either, or serve a single search warrant or interview a single member of the Biden family. Of course, he didn't touch the offshore accounts. Is this where they're holding 10 for the big guy? Is this the offshore account? Jimmy Biden's maybe, the brother? Or do they keep the offshore bank account in the name of the granddaughter? You remember the granddaughter who was just a phenomenal international business consultant that was getting paid by the Chinese, Ukrainians, and the Romanians. Might explain why Biden's Department of Justice and Hunter's legal team tried so hard to push through this sleazy plea deal that gave Hunter immunity for every crime he committed for 6 years. They want the plea deal papered because once you start zeroing in on foreign bank accounts, foreign lobbying, foreign agents, foreign business partners, foreign policy, foreign deals, that's fertile ground for impeachment. That's when you get into conspiracy, money laundering, even treason. And that's why this looks more and more like a bribery ring. Remember, bribery is named specifically as an impeachable offense in the Constitution. It's not quid pro quo like they try to get Trump for. This is why the plea deal was a containment operation. That's why most of the deal wasn't written down. Democrats, better than anybody, understand politics. And the politics are moving from a Hunter problem to a Joe problem. And when it's a Joe problem, it becomes their problem. So the media is ignoring all of the facts of the case, and they're framing this politically poisonous scandal as Republicans are criminalizing love.
They are going to try to indict a father for loving his son who has been addicted to drugs and or alcohol and without evidence of the father doing anything other than loving that son.
He has a son who clearly has a drug addiction, and that's why he was offered a diversion program. But it shows that no one's above the law, and so he's pleading guilty, but that still isn't enough for the Republicans.
Oh, my God.
All right. So, she is, and that ain't even your real name, Sonny. Akashkis, whatever it is, but that ain't your real name. You go ahead and take this. You go ahead and take this. I'll piggyback off you. I don't, cause go ahead.
When you got to bring in the members of the View to try and rationalize, the son with the drug addiction and the porn and the Chinese connection. I mean, this is a freaking HBO Max TV series that should be rated, triple X, and I mean, it has all the connection of a great movie, TV series, spy novel. I mean, I can see people making money off of this, and I mean, even I've seen people talking about supposedly Zelensky is holding information over Biden, saying, I have the shit over you, and you're going to keep giving me what I want, or I'm going to expose it to the world because I have what you don't want people to know.
Well, he's not the only one. China's got shit on the Bidens. He don't want people to know. I mean,
okay, so this is what we have. We have almost every member of the Biden family is collecting money from the Chinese, from Ukraine, and it's tainted with drugs. It's tainted with sex trafficking. It's tainted with bribery. It's tainted with treasonous actions. So we know right off the bat, if anyone ever gets arrested and goes to court and is found guilty, and if the court actually follows through with the way the law is written, people are going to hopefully face the firing squad or the hanging rope, or at least life in prison. God Almighty!
Well, you see the judge. You see what they tried to do to her. They tried to.
Yeah, they're trying to trick her. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I'm so and so from Republican Party. We didn't mean to include the whistleblower information about, and could we withdraw that information? We didn't mean to include that, and
but that messed him up because
that screwed him over.
They tried to get it to where he could never be prosecuted again.
Yeah,
that's what I love about it.
You're coming to my courtroom with a plea deal already written so that he can't be found guilty for anything for the rest of his life?
Hey.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Bruh. You know.
She said, there's three things, Hunter. You need to get a job, you need to be drug tested, and...
this is why people used to make fun. They say, don't get a public defender because the public defender works for the prosecutor. Well, this is a first class, allegedly, this is at the highest to where you have the prosecutor and the defendant lawyers working in cahoots on behalf of the alleged person that committed these crimes. So, I mean, he went in, put it this way, he didn't walk out of there with the same swagger he walked in there with.
I mean, the fact that he's paying those people millions of dollars, okay, to protect his ass, and they screwed up so royally. I'd ask for a refund.
Well, no, he can't get a refund. It was all planned. See, but where they messed up, they didn't have the judge. They didn't have the judge. See,
they went before. I love it.
They figured because they was in Delaware.
They went before a Trump-appointed judge, and they got Trump going before a Biden Democrat judge and lawyer. So it's kind of like flip flop there. I love it. But
Well, they thought because it was in Delaware, it was a slam dunk. You know, they thought because it was in they say Joe Biden is like the Prince of Wilmington, Delaware.
yeah.
You know, so now what we have now with Hunter, I guess September 1st is with the next hearing is coming up. So we'll see what she's talking about. Was this a ploy? Is there something bigger to this? Or is she just like pissed because she was like, yo, y'all tried to drag me into some shit that I don't want to have nothing to do. I ain't trying to jump on a ship that's already sinking. Yeah. You know, I ain't trying to jump on a ship that's already sinking. But Hunter wasn't a happy camper. But now it seems that they just can't get enough.
You know, if I was Hunter,
they just can't get enough.
If I was Hunter, I would start talking to my.
And this is what you was let's get into this.
We've
here.
learned former President Donald Trump is facing new charges in the Mar-a-Lago documents case. 3 additional counts have been added to the federal indictment, including illegally retaining national defense information and obstruction. NBC's Alice Barr explains the newest developments.
Tonight, new charges filed against former President Trump in the case surrounding his handling of classified documents, accusing him of asking an employee to delete security camera footage at his Florida estate, allegedly to obstruct the federal investigation into sensitive national security documents brought to Mar-a-Lago. The updated federal indictment also adding an additional defendant, Carlos de Oliveira, described as a maintenance worker at Mar-a-Lago. It comes on the same day that 3 sources tell NBC News the special counsel's office told former President Trump's attorneys to expect an indictment in the case centering on the deadly January 6 Capitol attack and efforts to overturn the 2020 election. That would be the 3rd and in many ways the most serious case against the former president. Mr. Trump disputing that his lawyers were notified about a coming indictment. He and his team adamant he did nothing wrong.
This is unprecedented to threaten the president.
The former president revealed last week he'd received a target letter that NBC News learned cited 3 federal statutes: deprivation of rights, conspiracy to defraud the United States, and witness tampering. Special counsel Jack Smith's team has been investigating a wide range of alleged attempts to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power, including an alleged scheme to reject states' electoral votes and use fake electors who would back former President Trump instead. The allegations all the more explosive, landing as Mr. Trump is once again the GOP frontrunner in the next presidential election. In
Washington, my ass. But I'll go ahead and lead this one off before I lose my train of thought. So, here we have Donald Trump being charged with 3 more outrageous lies. 3 more outrageous lies. And this is the thing. For one, the video documents or surveillance that they're talking about, they still have that. What I want you people to understand is they want you to believe that they can go into the psyche of Donald Trump and say, well, Donald Trump wanted the evidence destroyed. Well, if he wanted the evidence destroyed, don't you think he would have destroyed the damn evidence? So, he's going to go get the groundskeeper, the maintenance guy. That's who he's going to go get. So, you want me to believe that the groundskeeper or the maintenance guy is computer illiterate enough that he's doing your maintenance, but he also has the wits about him to go and do Secret Service shit. Because maybe it's just me, but to get rid of video surveillance or anything that has to do, I would think the Secret Service would be involved in stuff like that. Not Julio, the maintenance guy.
Well, while you're weed whacking, could you use that weed whacker over there where the video is?
Yeah. Can you? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Come on. So the maintenance guy has access to the video surveillance now.
Yeah.
So he's worked. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what? Did they threaten him that he's going back?
Let's forget about the 40,000 emails and the laptops and cell phones that
do
Hillary
you
stacked all the hell, you know.
Now this is what we want you to say. This is what we want you to say. And as long as you say this, we're going to believe you. Forget what Donald Trump says. See, but the video is still intact. So their whole premise is we're going to get this dude to lie because we're going to threaten to send him back, his family back and everything. Dude, they went to the gardener. They went to the maintenance man. Really? Really? The maintenance man got top-notch access to the surveillance. Really? You know what that's like? That's like walking into a 7-Eleven and the Pepsi guy's in there filling up the Pepsi thing, and you tell him to go in the back and be like, yo, dude, can you go in the back and you go and get me the video stuff? Dude, the maintenance guy and this ain't got nothing to do. I don't know. But the shit that they come up with, wow, the shit that's going on with them. I mean, is it a coincidence that every time something with them comes up to a bigger magnification, they gotta invoke something with Trump?
They're trying to keep the focus off of the Bidens, so they gotta find whatever. It's a joke. Our government, our politics is a freaking joke. That's why I keep saying, you know what? We ought to freaking split the country, you know. And I know there's, you know, when you look at the map, when you look at the way the map is, when you vote, you know, you see all the freaking red, whoa, and a little bit of blue here, a little blue over there. You know, so okay, so split the damn country, okay? Democrats here, Democrats there. Everything else is Republican. Okay, it's been done before, you know. So just split the damn country, you know. And I know Dave doesn't like that idea because what happens if you get so who cares, you know? There's more Republican-controlled country than there is Democrat-controlled. Yeah, the Democrats have larger cities. I got that, okay? And that's where the electorates are. You know, you got more of them because the damn freaking cities have more people. But when you look at the overview of the size of the country, there are more Republicans. The country overall, the size of it is more Republican, more red. So you know what? You know, we have more nuclear silos in Republican-controlled hands. Split the damn country, you know? Get over with it.
They don't know what the hell they want to do.
It's a mess. Congress is a mess. Now supposedly Ms. McConnell is backing away from wanting to impeach Biden, from what I heard yesterday. He's all about impeaching him. And all of a sudden, he's talking about not impeaching Biden.
No, they gonna get Biden's ass. Yeah, they gonna get Biden. I want to know if you've seen this yet. Let me
Probably
see.
not.
Yeah, but this is what I love. This is what I love. If I can go ahead.
What do you love? I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Here we go.
With sliced bananas.
Here's how it went.
Dr. Dre came by this house. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna ride by. He used to live down the street from me. His cousin moved on our block when I was 12. He was 11, and his name is Sir Jinx. He became one of my producers when I went solo. Sir Jinx. He moved on the block, and then Dr. Dre was his cousin. So Dre came by a couple of times. It was cool, you know, to be able to see somebody who was actually making records. Yeah. And we were still amateurs. Okay, not at this street, but the next one, make a left.
You want to get out there? Or you
And we're not getting out because I don't want my pops to be like, what the fuck are you doing? All these people come by my house. You didn't tell me.
Oh, your dad still lives there?
Yeah, my pop still lives here.
How long has your family been there?
Man, since 1962.
These boys, they all grew up on this block, okay? That's my son. That's my son.
Famously, it's one of the tougher neighborhoods in the city.
Do y'all notice something about that hat? For those of you, once y'all watch the show, y'all know what I'm talking about the hat. Now, I want y'all, when you get a chance, don't pay attention to the lettering. Just read the shirt.
So where are we?
Right now we're on Manchester. This right here,
when you get
that's
a chance to see it.
Cemetery where a lot of people in this area laid to rest right there.
Anyone you know?
A lot of people I know. A lot of friends, you know, a few family members.
It says Don Mega.
At least 13 of them dead. And that's before they even reached 21. You know, I just turned 21, so, you know, I thank God that I've even reached 21.
Just the block I grew up on, right here.
Does this look the same?
I thought it stand for Donald
pretty much
Trump,
looked
make
the
America
same.
great again.
You know, but it used to be like more trees. Like every house had a tree in front of it, and at some point the city started cutting the trees out. They said that the helicopters couldn't see people, so they start.
What, the police helicopters?
Yeah, so they start cutting the trees out.
3 decades and billions of dollars later, it's still a tough place. How do you think politicians in Los Angeles have done running the city?
It's pretty much the same people running it the same way. Politicians only really pay attention to the people that give them money. Everybody else is kind of an extra in their movie. We would love you in the scene, but we could do the scene without you. You know?
Yeah, I do. Do you ever give money to politicians?
No.
Why?
I don't believe in politicians. Politicians have hidden agendas. They owe a lot of people a lot of favors. The more money you give them, the more you're listened to.
So you've never fallen for a politician?
I can't say that. You know, I've had hope and, you know, dreams that, you know, this guy is going to be the guy.
What'd you think of Obama when he got elected?
You know, for the first time, I felt proud that America took that step.
Yep.
You notice he didn't say, like Michelle said, he didn't say he felt proud of America. He said he felt proud that America finally took that step, the process.
I didn't think they would ever do that. And so that was a moment in time. But then, you know, you look around, years go by, and, you know, not much change for people I know, people I care about.
We've had 6 major race riots on the president's watch. Race relations have plummeted to lows not seen since Rodney King.
In Chicago, a toddler is now the latest victim of the city's deadly surge in gun violence.
But it didn't change with Bush, it didn't change with Clinton, it didn't change with the other Bush or Reagan or Carter. It's so, you know, at the end of the day, it's still the same results.
So you're describing a symbolic victory?
Yes, in a lot of ways, yes.
And then came George Floyd, and the beginning of what we were told was a second civil rights movement. If there was going to be liberation in the wake of the Floyd riots, this is where you'd see the effects. 3 years ago, a bunch of big companies put hundreds of millions of dollars into Black Lives Matter. Threw them a lot of money. Did that improve the neighborhood you grew up in?
Whenever you do that, most of the time it's a lot of people siphoning that money off the top.
Yeah.
And the kicker is a lot of people say they're gonna give the money, but they don't even give the money.
They make the pledge and never write the check?
Yeah, they just get the article wrote. Everybody think they're great, and they never even give the money.
Big three.
These days, Ice Cube is in the sports business. He and a partner started a new professional basketball league called Big Three. Strangely, this is one form of black empowerment that the NBA doesn't seem to like.
It does seem like the Big Three, I'm not pitching your business, but it does seem like the idea behind it would be consistent with what the NBA says they're about.
Without a doubt, the NBA is full of great slogans, and they write Black Lives Matter on the court, and they do all those things, but pretty full of shit when the rubber meets the road,
Maybe that's why they put the slogans on the court, so they won't have to do anything. Just a thought, I don't know.
I mean, it's as easy as saying we're gonna donate $100 million to. It's like an easy thing to do. All they gotta do is call up the graphics guy and approve the comp.
So you're starting to make me think this could be a scam. I'm just throwing that out there.
I'm just saying it's easy for them to put that on the court. It takes a little more effort to really care to work with a league like the Big Three. You really gotta wanna make a difference.
The NBA is run by a cringing neoliberal called Adam Silver. Quote, "We're completely committed to standing for social justice and racial equality," Silver once announced. "It's part of the DNA of this league." And yet, according to Ice Cube, Adam Silver has done his best to strangle the black-owned Big Three in its crib.
When people think basketball, they think Silver, don't you think? Adam Silver, he kind of embodies the spirit of basketball.
Yeah,
What team did he play on during his career?
I think he played on the New York Lawyers.
He's starting forward on the New York Lawyers.
Yeah. He rode the bench. Come on, man. Rode the pine. Water boy.
You can see why Ice Cube is considered one of the least obedient entertainers in LA.
It's a trip. I used to walk these streets and
that's
look at all
you.
the stars.
You
and
on the
stuff.
bus.
Yeah. That's what's a trip.
Should we
See
get
all
out
these
and say hi to
stars.
them?
No. Nah. Unless they're gonna give us a little money from the Hood Tour Life Tours. You know what I mean? Break us off 20%, man.
The world's most dangerous group.
Yes.
So I noticed this about every year or two. I read some story about you, and the subtext is always the same, which is, stay in your lane.
I wouldn't be here if I stayed in my lane. Just never wanted to have that life. I never wanted to be controlled.
How many times have you been pulled aside by people who are trying to control you?
What they usually do is go talk to people that's in, my circle.
Yep.
And try to get them to convince them that they need to convince me that I need to take a different position. So that's kind of how I get it.
On what topics?
It's been on, the vaccine.
The Hollywood Reporter says actor Ice Cube is saying no to a $9 million payday because he won't say yes to the COVID vaccine. The actor and rapper was set to co-star in a new comedy, Oh Hell No, alongside Jack Black. But when producers requested all cast members get a COVID vaccine, Ice Cube backed out.
Why wouldn't you take the vax? You had a direct order to take it. You were told to take it.
Yeah, I'm not real good with direct orders, but on a whole nother note,
But it was a command.
I didn't.
I mean, they told. I'm sorry, they told you. I mean, they couldn't have been clearer about
Yeah,
it.
it was pretty clear. Did you take it?
Of course not.
Yeah, no. It wasn't ready. You know, it was 6 month, kind of rush job, and I didn't feel safe.
But they told you you were safe.
I know what they said. I know what they said, and I heard them. I heard them loud and clear. But it's not their decision. There's no repercussions if they're wrong. But I get all the repercussions if they're wrong.
Was it a tough call for you?
No, it wasn't a tough call. I wanted to be an example for my kids. Really make sure they didn't take it either. Show them that I wanted to stand on my convictions and that I was willing, to lose $9 million and more, because we've probably lost more, since then.
The idea is that people who stand on their convictions are heroes. They're brave. They have principles. They're the people we look to for inspiration. But in this case, with this decision and these principles, you were not hailed as a hero.
No.
You were attacked.
All right. That is a lengthy video, but if you haven't been paying attention to what's going on out there in the world today, one of the original founders, original members, go way back, from California, NWA, O'Shea Jackson, aka Mr. Ice Cube. This is, to me, and we'll get to you, Mama Mona, in a second. To me, this is very personal, because you don't have to be many people to let me know that the black community is somewhat over and done with what's been going on. I will take a representative such as Ice Cube on any day, on any given day. Once I see a man like him come out and stand on his convictions in the eyes of everything that's taking place right now, that lets me know that black men will soon, if not now, be waking up more than ever. Because whether you like it or don't like it, he is a major influence to black men in the community. What you don't find is anybody out there really giving him any type of retribution, any type of heat over this, especially on some of the other platforms that I watch. And being that he is from the old school and an original OG, I can see why people aren't saying anything about it. But that just gives me hope. I'm glad to see it. Him and Tucker Carlson, they're supposed to be two people from totally two different extremes. People need to understand that, Ice Cube said it best. If you think about it, there's racism, but there's really not too many people that can actually say, there's not too many black people that can say all white people are racist. And there's not too many white people that can say all black people are racist. Because somewhere down the food chain, I don't care if you got one, somewhere down the food chain, you have found some way, somehow, to where you have connected, whether through NASCAR, fishing, hunting, barbecue, through something. You've come across somebody other than your own ethnicity that you assume that their whole race was racist, and y'all have become friends. Likewise, there are many people of your own ethnicity that you just can't damn stand. All black people don't get along. All white people don't get along. Are they racist towards one another? In some cases. Racism comes in all shapes, sizes, different colors, all different varieties, if you know the true meaning and definition of the word racism. But they just try to simplify it to skin color. How can I say white people racist and I got white friends? I know black people that say white people are racist, and as soon as they need somebody with a pickup truck, that's the first person they call is one of the white friends they got from their job. Dude, that's your friend, that's your boy. Well, he cool. No, dude.
Hey,
no. What's up, Mama Mona?
I'm a racist. I like horse races and foot races and jackrabbit races. I like races. You know, stock car races. Where did they come up with this damn racism? Okay?
They pushing it though. They pushing it.
Follows races, okay?
They pushing it.
I know. They're trying to divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. We all have one thing in common. We all bleed red blood. At least as far as I know. I ain't met nobody I ain't met no Klingon that bleeds green blood yet. So right now we all got something wonderful in common. We all bleed red blood, and I only love people that breathe.
You what?
I only love people that breathe.
Are you saying breathe or breed?
Breathe.
Oh, okay.
If you breathe, I love you.
Well, I think you might need to have to get used to loving somebody else here in a minute. Y'all go ahead and take a look at this. I mean, if I don't even know where to begin. I mean, you know, I was never a Trekkie. I mean, I love Spock. I mean, I love Captain Kirk. You know, all that shit was good. And then Battlestar Galactica came out. And, you know, I watched that for a minute. And, you know, I used to see all these crazy looking people. And, you know, Captain Kirk, he was my guy. Because, hey, I don't care. If you a dude, you got to love Captain Kirk. Because no matter what planet Captain Kirk went on, he found him a lady, boy. It don't matter if she had one eye in the middle of her forehead. Or if she had 3 eyes going across her forehead. But y'all go ahead and peep this. Because, hey, there's going to be a lot of one-eyed, four-headed people walking around.
Has the U.S. government become aware of actual evidence of extraterrestrial, otherwise unexplained forms of intelligence? And if so, when do you think this first occurred?
I like to use the term non-human. I don't like to denote origin. Keeps the aperture open, both scientifically. Right. Certainly, like I've discussed publicly previously, 1930s.
Okay. Can you give me the names and titles of the people with direct firsthand knowledge and access to some of these crash retrieval programs, and maybe which facilities, military bases the recovered material would be in? And I know a lot of Congress talked about we're going to go to Area 51, and you know, and there's nothing there anymore anyway. It's just, you know, and we move like a glacier. As soon as we announce it, I'm sure the moving vans would pull up. But please.
I can't discuss that publicly, but I did provide that information both to the Intel committees and the Inspector General.
And we could get that in the SCIF if we were allowed to get in a SCIF with you. Would that be probably what you would think?
Sure, if you had the appropriate accesses, yeah.
What special access programs cover this information, and how is it possible that they have evaded oversight for so long?
I do know the names. Once again, I can't discuss that publicly and how they've evaded oversight. In a closed setting, I can tell you the specific tradecraft used.
All right. When do you think those programs began, and who authorized them?
I do know a lot of that information, but that's something I can't discuss publicly because it's sensitive.
All right. If any of y'all want to jump in on any of this, you're more than welcome to. What level of security clearance is required to fully access these programs?
Well, anybody who has...
and I say that because myself... Representative Gates and Representative Luna were basically turned away at one point. at Eglin. So please go right ahead.
Certainly difference between member access and say somebody like me, but anybody who has a TSSCI clearance and meets the eligibility criteria, the access adjudicative authority should be able to grant you access.
Ms. Burchett, if you'll yield, so just to put a fine point on that, there's nothing that you're aware of that's above special access program classification.
It's a misnomer that there's anything actually above top secret. Executive Order 13526 delineates the classification levels.
Right, but I draw a point on that because we can have access to those programs, and so the notion that we're not being given that access sort of defies our typical muscle memory here in Congress. Thank you, Mr. Burchett. I'll yield back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Gates. Along those lines, Title 10, you may not know this or not, but Title 10 and Title 50 authorization, they seem to say they're inefficient. So who gets to decide this, in your opinion, in the past?
It's a group of career senior executive officials.
Okay, are they government officials?
Both in and out.
Do what?
Both in and out of government, and that's about as far as I
got
can
you.
go there. Yeah.
All right, well, that leads to my next question. Which private corporations are directly involved in this program? How much taxpayer money has been invested in these programs, to your knowledge? I mean, we know we audit the Pentagon every year, and I've been here 5 years, and they failed the dadgum thing every year. They lose over $1 billion a year, we think, and I was told the Department of Defense maybe 60% of their assets are unaccounted for, whatever the heck that means.
All right. I have to apologize first off because me being my own technician, I had the wrong one. So let me go ahead and play the one I want to play.
Hey, William, I got
brief.
cut out here. I got split.
If you believe we have crashed craft,
Okay.
stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, Biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Okay. So if everything else wasn't enough, Mama Mona, now they want to come out and verify things that I thought for years but thought could never be. And now they want to come out and put validation on it. And literally say we've been capturing craft. We have it. And not only that, but we've retained non-human biologic whatever organ, I don't know,
biological evidence.
So, they're telling me that there's somebody else here.
You'd be kind of silly to think in a universe as big as we know our universe is that we're the only ones that have life.
I just want to be friends. If they come, the Patriots Lab is your friend. We come in peace.
They're already here, okay?
We come
They're
in peace.
among us.
But how's everything been going in your neck of the woods in Missouri? What's going on? What's happening? What's coming up?
Well, I'm trying to get some bands. We want to have a battle of the bands for PTSD on the 7th of November at Black Oak Mountain Amphitheater. Okay, I have one band, possibly two, that have signed up already. I need about 6. The way it works is you get on stage for 45 minutes. You'll have the live streamers there, live streaming it out, and people will get a chance to pay $1 and vote for the one they like. That money gets split 50-50. 50% goes to PTSD, and 50% is divided percentagely between first, second, and third place on the band that raises the most money.
Okay.
So we're looking for some bands that want to come out and play on the 7th of November at Black Oak Mountain Amphitheater. Give me an email, a text, or a call, and let me know that you want to play, and we'll pick a time slot. I can let you know that the 6 o'clock hour has been taken, and I have somebody that's seriously looking at the 7 o'clock hour. So those prime time hours are going pretty quick.
All right. All right.
That's what's happening.
Well, good. People, patriots, whoever you consider yourself to be, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Remember, like, share, subscribe, ring that bell so you can get them instant notifications. And like we were talking about, Donald Trump has gotten 3 more additional charges put on for his indictment, which totally makes no sense at all. America, how many times do you have to be lied to and for the lies to be revealed to you? I hope and pray that you still don't believe anything that comes out of this administration whatsoever. What is going on and what is taking place right now is a travesty. Here we have a government that a DOJ, a CIA, all the powers to be, trying to use everything and anything to keep coming after Donald Trump, while at the same time, I'm not going to say overlook, but I'm trying to look for a more sinister word, because they're not overlooking a damn thing. They are blatantly manipulating and navigating their way through a lying system.
Yeah, they thought they was going to get out and be above the law, and they but thank goodness, even a Biden picked judge said, there's no way I'm going to give you, Hunter, I'm going to give you immunity for future crimes. That ain't happening. So his old little plea deal went.
Well, no, she was appointed by Trump, but it was in Delaware. See, yeah. They thought because it was in Delaware. That's why I'm just pumping the brakes, because she held it off until September the 1st.
Well, she killed the plea deal.
Well, for now, yeah, but I don't know if he's going to have to go to trial, if they're going to try and move it to another area. When you're dealing with these corrupt people, they try they try everything. They try everything.
They cannot allow Donald Trump on the ballot.
I know she better not come up missing.
Because if he gets on the ballot, they lose. And they lose more than just an election. They lose their freedom in many cases. Okay? In many cases, I know Mr. Donald J. Trump, his new DOJ, who I hope to God he appoints Marjorie Taylor Greene as DOJ, the head of
I
the
hope so.
DOJ.
I hope so.
Huh?
I hope so.
Oh, that woman. Oh, my God. You talk about a stack of indictments that will follow starting day one if he was to appoint her head of the DOJ, and appoint some other good human being like, I don't know, Matt Gaetz to head up the FBI. Honey, some heads will roll, and they know it. And they're scared to death because they know that the American people will elect Donald J. Trump, even if we have to elect him behind bars. I mean,
They are about to. I don't. The Don is not going to jail. I really believe at the end of the day. I was watching dang, what was it? Gladiator. Yeah, I was watching Gladiator. And it's like the scene when the young boy went out there and after the Gladiator and him and his crew beat up everybody and everything after they was supposed to die, and he's ready to put his thumb up to kill him, or put his thumb down to kill him, and the people, you see the look in that young man's face when the people said, "No, he gotta live." He didn't want to put that thumb up. And that's what it is. It's all about the court of public opinion. It's all about swaying the American people to be boisterous, just like that Coliseum got boisterous. Yeah. That's why I was showing that clip with Ice Cube, how he's connecting with people like Tucker Carlson and Pierce Morgan, and how he's letting other young black men know, yo, I'm the truth. Y'all already know I'm the truth. So check this out. Watch this move.
Yeah,
and they listen. And they listen because
is they think they like to tout January 6th as an insurrection.
Deadly. A deadly one.
Guess what? You do something and you get you do something and you keep Donald Trump off the ballot so us people can't have our voice, you might find that you end up with a real insurrection.
But I don't think it's going to get to that point, because there's going to be I feel the tidal wave. There's gonna be a shift. It's already occurring. But see, this is the thing, and this is what I'm trying to tell people and trying to prepare people for. The shift is gonna be bigger than Joe Biden. It has to be bigger than Joe Biden, because Joe's not the one running the show. Because once you get rid of Biden, once you get rid of Kamala Harris, If you don't get rid of the cancer, if you don't get rid of the source of what creates all of this, it's just going to reoccur again. Yeah. People think when the ball drops, there is a lot of twists and turns that's still going to take place before it's all said and done. Y'all, I'm sure if y'all don't know, y'all know by now, Obama chef. All of a sudden, Obama chef, he comes up.
Drowns in 4 feet of water.
No, it was 8 feet. We're going to stay accurate. But the thing of it is, this is the thing. Here you have a young man that's supposed to be Obama's personal chef. And I just got questions. That's all. I'm not saying nobody did nothing wrong. I just got questions. So if you Obama's chef and the Obamas aren't there, why are you there? And you got a wife and kids and all that stuff. What are you doing there? And then when there's speculation on whether this man can swim or not,
I was getting ready to say the same
thing. The next day, you put up video footage of not just him swimming, if that was him, because it was kind of strange to me. Guys walk. I've never had nobody follow me like I was Michael Phelps up and down the damn swimming pool. But, you know, it is what it is. But then when my man rolled over and started doing the backstroke, see, that's when it kind of threw me for a loop. Because I'm like, yo, this brother, okay, you learn how to swim. Cool. I'll give you credit. Dude, you just flipped over and started doing the backstroke. And you want to convince me that your ass floated away from a walkboard? First of all, I used to live in Virginia Beach. I've been to Back Bay plenty of times. Same type of water. Not a wave in the damn water. The only wave in the water is the wave you create. How did he fall off a board with no waves? And then, if he allegedly did fall off the board, the brother knew how to backstroke. You mean to tell me he couldn't backstroke his way to the board in 8 feet of water?
Why would somebody who doesn't know how to swim go out and wakeboard? Why?
But they know, but they were showing the video. But I don't. If that video was him, okay, dude, you know how to swim. I got you on that part. But if you know how to swim, one, tell me how because them boards are big and heavy. Tell me how you fell off of it, because you're standing up, you got the road thing. You fell, okay, even if you fell off, you mean to tell me you couldn't go and grab it? There's no currents pushing that thing. Really? And you drown in 8 feet of water. You drown in 8 feet of water. And it's just so mysterious that there was a former president and their chef died in the drowning. See, I just think about these things because when you can just say it's a drowning and there's no witnesses and ain't nobody saying nothing, it's not a topic, and then it comes out that you want your own doctors to go ahead and like out of the generosity of your heart, you're gonna let your medical team do the autopsies and do the mortuary and all that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Where is this man's family? Where's his? If I had a son and he was cooking for the Obamas and he died, everybody gonna know. Silence, to me, speaks volumes. Are people telling them not to come out and say anything in public?
Paying them.
I mean, I'm sorry, just some stuff just don't make sense to me.
Honey.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not accusing nobody of anything, but it just don't make sense.
It don't come to the muster. It just doesn't make common sense. One thing is, if you don't know how to swim, you ain't going out on one of those boards without a life jacket.
Now, do we have any other footage of him ever being on one of these boards? So he was an inexperienced. I hate going down rabbit holes when I already know from the jump that if it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, damn it, it's a dog. That's that Joe Biden philosophy. That's that Joe Biden philosophy right there.
I'm in the process of doing dishes. Just took a break to come on here for a moment and say I love you.
Love you too.
And,
I appreciate it.
I wanted to tell people, if you know anybody who would like to come out and play in our band Battle of the Bands, and I really would like to see you live stream too our Battle of the Bands.
Well, I got to see. They're trying to do this Capitol thing. I don't know if you've heard about it yet, but a nationwide Capitol rally. If you haven't, probably talk with AJ. Yeah, I already talked to Hippie Nikki down here in Tennessee, and they're supposed to be trying to organize them in all the nation's capitals.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be in November also. So, but people say there's a lot of things coming down the pike. I don't know until they actually evolve.
Well, I know that mine is ready to go. We've got everything pretty much locked in. We're just getting entertainers and bands now for the Hootenanny and for the different activities that's going to take place over at Black Oak. But if you can't make it, we do ask that you restream.
Okay, definitely.
Restream. But if you do come, please, we need T-shirts that say, I love my country, but I don't trust my government. Okay? Everybody loves my hat that says that. Everybody. I can't go anywhere. I can't go to any store, shop or restaurant that somebody doesn't say, oh, I like that one because it's not kind of non-political.
Mm-hmm.
The truth. Okay? I love my country. I just don't trust. I don't trust the government any further than I could pick up Ice Cube and throw him. Okay? So
I hear you.
But other than that, I just wanted to let you know that I love you and that I am watching. I just don't always come in, okay?
I appreciate it, and I see you.
Okay.
You have a
Bye-bye.
great day. Love you, Mama. Bye-bye. And that's Buck Tussler, Mama Mona, all the way in Branson, Missouri, and I appreciate her, all her support. And right now, we're going to get into this last video, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you my 2 cents. But let's go ahead and just listen to this real quick.
Hunter was asked about the $664,000 he received from the Chinese infrastructure investment company. I started a company in 2017 called Hudson West, Your Honour, and my partner was associated with a Chinese energy company called CEFC, Hunter said. Who was your partner? The court asked. I don't know how to spell his name. Yi Jinping is the chairman of that company, Hunter responded. He was asked whether the company still exists, to which Hunter said no. Now, Yi Jinping was the chairman of CEFC, who went on to be detained in China in 2018 and charged with bribery. While Hunter Biden's ties to CEFC and money he received from the company has been reported before, especially through his laptop, declaring it under oath in a courtroom is different. It's also a direct contradiction to what Joe Biden has maintained, that no one in his family has received money from China. Here the president is campaigning for the 2020 presidential election against Donald Trump.
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about, China. I have not had it. The only guy that made money from China is this guy. He's the only one. Look, there are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plant.
Online users responded to the fact that video is now making the rounds.
And it should be. It should be making the rounds. Listen. I'm beyond pissed, okay? I'm beyond pissed. And you should be beyond pissed. Because Hunter's ass don't really want to go to jail at the end of the day. No, he don't. So now we have direct contradiction from what Joe Biden said in the 2020 campaign. I mean, we can pull out many of lies, but this is just another lie of many. But we got to sit back and we got to watch this crap take place. We got to watch a family be so corrupt. I'm at a loss for words right now. Here we have under oath Hunter Biden saying that he was getting money from the Chinese. But yet Joe Biden, since day one, is going to sit up there and lie. He lied since day one. And for some godforsaken reason, there are still people out there. I don't care if you don't like Trump. Bite the bullet. It is what it is. Joe Biden is a pathological liar. And everybody that he represents in that administration are pathological liars. And for the people that still, for some reason, follow them, wake up. They're lying right in front of your face. I can't make this crap up. Here they are with 3 more indictments on Trump for Mar-a-Lago, and the American people, for some godforsaken reason, ain't even pissed off that Joe Biden had the same damn documents and he wasn't even president. Go and cut straight to the chase. He had documents from senator to VP, which he wasn't entitled to have. So let's forget about comparing who had what documents. He wasn't supposed to have them in the first place. What about all of his documents? The ones behind his Corvette in his garage, the ones in Chinatown and wherever that was, the ones in the Biden pen. Where? Oh, y'all got me. No, but we just gonna keep listening to all the bullshit they want to just keep bringing up on Trump that we know that are lies. And you know what? Even if they slice it and dice it in some different way and it's not technically all the way to truth and Trump may have did something technically not sound or whatever, it's nothing in comparison to what the hell they're doing. We sit around when they say Trump is doing stuff and we can't pinpoint a damn thing. We got to go off hearsay. We got to go off of sources. But when it comes to the Biden family, you see all of the corruption out there, and you want to be you don't want to. What? What's up, Larry? What's going on? This is beyond madness, man. I want to thank my guests for coming. I want to thank Randy the genealogist Rose for joining me today. I want to thank Mama Mona for joining me today. But enough is enough. Enough is enough. And, you know, unfortunately, it seems like we still got the same small pockets of individuals who are out here barking about the shit that's going on. That's why I don't give a damn about what anybody says about any of this, about the shirts I wear, about the fuck Joe Biden, any of that, because you know what? At the end of the day, it's all actual and factual. These are corrupt, deranged, sick people trying to destroy Donald Trump to cover their asses. That's just plain and simple. And I'll talk about it, and I'll talk about it, and I'll talk about it, and I'll talk about it. Because there's getting ready to come a day. I don't know. I've been saying it a long time. But there's going to come a day. It seems we get closer and closer and closer and closer. And now I know why this old decrepit man always came out and was saying, well, where's the money? If I got the money, where's the money? Dude, they getting ready to find them offshore bank accounts. They getting ready to find the money. They getting ready to find the money. And what do you know? With all this other bullshit that's going on, Donald Trump just ticked up another 2 points. So now he's sitting in the lead at 52%, and Ron DeSanctimonious is coming in at 13%. It's not working. But they don't care. They don't care. Look at that poor child that they ship out there at the White House briefings, John Clear, whatever her name is. Her braids might be a little too tight, but you know what? I give her credit. I give her credit. The White House spokesgirl, little sister girl that come out there, they had to pick a young dumb one. You couldn't really. She just goes with the flow, with a nice smile on her face. And they're all doing this shit with a nice smile on their face, like they're getting away with something. Well, so far so good. But we're going to see. We are going to see. We got not Mitch McConnell. We got Kevin McCarthy. Impeachment inquiry. Dude, just no backbone, no balls. Just say we're going to impeach him. If they can impeach Donald Trump on made up lies and no evidence, I'm sure Republicans, y'all can go ahead and impeach Biden with all of the evidence that y'all have accumulated over the past little bit. and go ahead and do what you need to do. What you waiting for? Y'all talking about the damn prosecuting attorney and the defender attorney being in cahoots. Well, shit. Look like my Republican Party and my Democrats are in cahoots. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. If not, do something. How many banks do you let the bank robber rob before you finally decide you got a case? McCarthy, you don't fool me. Matt Gaetz, you don't fool me. Oh, y'all don't fool me. Do something. I want to see some action. I mean, I know Comer keeps coming up with evidence, so now are we going to sit back and wait for... What's going to happen if we do find some offshore bank accounts? Then what? Then what? We're going to jump through the next hoop? We got Larry in the building. Larry says, yes, actual and factual proof. People are still blind. I believe both parties are evil, anti-American people. But politician Trump should have started his own party and sent both parties to the curb. Simply Larry. And Larry, you are on to something there, my brother, because for the first time in a long time, America is basically done, fed up with both sides. They're done and they're fed up with both sides. I'm going to pull up something here because I know I still got it. So I want to pull it up and see if I can real quick. I showed Ice Cube and Tucker Carlson. But this is and I don't know if it's going to be on here. They might have tried to take it down. And y'all know I'm my own technician, but I'm trying to see if it'll... They won't put it up, and I didn't write it down. I don't believe I wrote it down. No, they took it down. Well, what I was going to show you guys, I'll put it up and have it in for tonight. But you got RFK Jr., who is hanging in the black community, and I forgot the show he was on, but they were talking with him, and there might be a real possibility for the first time in a long time where a third party might have a legitimate shot at making some noise and doing something. You know, and this is just my opinion. I could see, because we used to always do, let me put it this way. Were we looking for the wrong Kennedy to appear with Trump? For those of you who know what I'm talking about. Remember, it was always said that John Kennedy Jr., you know, big conspiracy, he might not be dead, he's coming back. Could it be that that was the wrong Kennedy? I could see it. Could you see it? Could you picture Donald Trump and RFK Jr. running as a third party? That would derail everything. Because and I'll have the interview tonight. From what I seen in the interview with RFK Jr. sitting down in the barbershop talking with the brothers. Oh, yeah. See, because like Ice Cube was saying, they know they've been betrayed. They know they've been bamboozled. They know they've been lied to. They know they haven't seen or received or had an inkling of anything that Mr. If you ain't black, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black said. So, I could see it. I'm going to have a show on it, and I'm going to start it. Donald Trump and RFK Jr. Because we got, who's the other one that we got coming out for the Green Party, trying to do a third party bid? I forgot his name, the brother. I'll add him into there too. But I just can't think of his name off the top. But yeah, everything's coming around. The wagons are circling. Want to say hello to my beautiful wife. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. The Kennedys are too connected to the Democratic Party. I doubt any Kennedy would ever do that. No, because see, what you have to understand is even before the Kennedys, there was this Democratic machine. Why do you think they did what they did to the Kennedys? Allegedly. They have turned and they've shown who they was to RFK Jr. RFK Jr.'s loyalty doesn't lie with the party. RFK Jr.'s loyalty at the end of the day lies with America and for America. Yes, Cornell West, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna have that interview with RFK Jr. with his sit down in the barbershop with the brothers in the barbershop. But if the Democratic stronghold doesn't give him his lane, he already knows he's going to have to make his own lane, and he's willing to do that. So stay tuned. I'm going to have that on Friday Night Liberal Smackdown, the clip with RFK Jr. sitting down, barbershop talk. It's awesome. I love seeing politicians or men be able to sit down with other men, should I say, of all walks of life and agree to disagree in order to get things done. From your man here in the Patriots Lab. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Have a great afternoon. Wonderful Friday. I'll see y'all tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so I can give people on the West some good rest time. In the meantime, in between time, until then, I am out.